Diamond Pot, Netherite Pot, SMP, Axe, and Crystal. These are 5 of the 7 standardized game modes that have made their way into tier testing and are the most popular kits used by players to improve their skill in all aspects of Minecraft PvP. With these kits incorporating multiple utilities and combat systems into Minecraft PvP, it's essential to use all your items inside these game modes. But have you ever wondered, what if I didn't use buff pots in Diamond Pot? What if I didn't use anchors in Crystal? What if I couldn't jump in Netherite Pot? These are all valid questions, and today I'll be testing in these 5 game modes but with a twist. Starting with Diamond Pot, I won't be using speed potions, which means that I won't be able to outrun my tester and that they can just crit me out anytime when I'm running away for health. Well, that pot was wasted. While I'm still dueling here, I should mention that all these tier tests were done on the solitary tier list, with support for every region and all the MCtiers game modes both cracked in premium. This is probably the best tier list you want to go to if you're going to practice for MCtiers. Not only that, there's a 7-day cooldown and all the game modes are in one server, so you don't have to join 7 servers and take up server space like I do. If you want to check this out for yourself, the Discord link's in the description. I would highly recommend tier testing here whenever you can, as it really gives you a scope of how much you've improved. Yep, I'm dead, no pots, GG. Though I didn't end up doing too bad, I still got kinda cooked and didn't win any rounds. Though somehow I got high tier 4. My tester said it was cause I did decent even without a speed potion on, but I honestly don't think that made that much of a difference. The next challenge was SMP, and I'm not going to be using a sword, and I'll only be able to use an axe, which is a much less efficient output of damage than a sword, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, look, all my armor is gone. Poor me. Oh, look, a Screedy. So, needless to say, I did exactly, do too well, if you know what I mean. My SMP fighting just wasn't great in the first place, and by only using an axe, I kinda, nerfed myself by, 3,000%, so... Next up on the chopping block was Crystal PvP, and the challenge is to turn off raw input. Not gonna lie, I kind of got off easy with this one, because it basically doesn't change anything. If you're a high level player, it is going to debuff you a bit because your keyboard inputs are delayed. But if you think I'm a high level player, well, I don't think you've seen me play Crystal yet. Not gonna lie, I did a lot better than I thought I would, and my tester gave me high tier 4. I still feel like I only deserved a solid low tier 4, but still. The next game mode was Netherite pot, and the challenge was actually suggested to me by a friend of mine.
Hypixel Jr., your challenge in npot is to never let go of your jump key. Good luck.
So I think you can kind of see the problem of doing this challenge. Not letting go of my spacebar means that I can't time P crits, I can't W tap, I can't time my crits, I basically can't do half the things that I need to win. I can still uppercut and sprint cut, and I can somewhat time my crits by just like missing them intentionally, I guess. It's still a really hard challenge. But I had to do my best, I had to succeed, and you know how I do that? Play the dramatic remix of Undertale songs and pretend like it actually helps me and realize that I'm not doing anything but hide it from my audience. So I ended up getting about as cooked as I would if I tried to beat Usain Bolt in the 200 meter, which is very cooked considering I can't sprint the whole thing. I just don't know why. My stamina isn't bad. I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I got traumatized by the number 2, I guess, you know, 200. No. You know, there's actually a story on that. I might, like, tell it sometime. But anyways, back to the video. So I ended up getting low tier 4 netherite pot, which I felt was kind of deserved, honestly. The last game mode was Axe, which I'm genuinely bad at, and it's probably my worst game mode. The challenge was no buzz of any kind, which means I couldn't shoot my opponent anymore, which is, like, kinda sad, considering it's one of the main outputs of damage in Axe. Then again, it's the only other one other than melee, but still, bows and crossbow is extremely important in this game mode. Oh my god, I got cooked. So I ended up getting the hood tier 4, which is nice, but I still feel like I didn't deserve it. Well, that's the end of all the tier testing challenges. For a quick recap, I got high tier 4 in Crystal, SMP, and Diamond Pot. I ended up getting low tier 4 in Axe and Netherite Pot. And as always, remember to subscribe and join the solitary tier list. And also, I kind of forgot to mention, but I have channel memberships and I would appreciate any donation, even the $1 one.